Hi, I'm Chris Walker. I'm the Director of Design and Naval Architecture at Everglades Boats. We're here in Edgewater, Florida, just a couple miles from the Everglades factory. I'm really excited to show you our brand new model, the 375. You're going to see lots of great innovative features. You're going to find best-in-class fit and finish, and of course the best ride in the industry. So I'm really excited to show you everything. So the 375 is part of our 5 series, which is our offshore fishing series. It fits into our portfolio above the 335, which is 33 feet long, and below the 395, which is 39 feet long. So the 375 is 36 feet, 6 inches long without the engines, and just over 40 feet with the engines. She holds 403 gallons of fuel, gets a great range, up to 400 miles, a little over 400 miles, which is great. Holds 35 gallons of water, 25 gallons of diesel, and with all the options, including a second station, Seakeeper 3, and a generator, she weighs just under 20,000 pounds. All right, at the heart of every Everglades boat is the Ramcap process. So Ramcap is how Everglades builds their boats. It's a patented process and it's unique to Everglades. Nobody builds boats like Everglades. Ramcap stands for Rapid Molded Core Assembly Process, and there's lots of benefits to it. Let me describe what it is first, and then we'll talk about the benefits. So how we build our boats, we lay up a hull shell. It's all fiberglass materials. There's no woods. You don't have to worry about any corrosion. And then we separately mold high density foam blocks that are shaped to precisely fit inside the hull. And then separately, we mold an entire liner, which is the inside of the hull. And then when we build our hulls, we vacuum all those parts together. So you have the hull shell, you have the foam blocks, and you have the liner, all vacuumed together all at once. And what that does is it gives you great structure. It's a cohesive structural unit that's very strong and very stiff. Everglades is so confident in the structure of our boats that we provide a lifetime structural warranty, lifetime. We also use the best components in the industry, so we complement our lifetime structural warranty with a 3-year component warranty. So one of the benefits of Ramcap structure. Another benefit is fit and finish. So the inside of the hull is a full fiberglass liner, so it's gel coat finish just like the outside of the boat. So anywhere you get access to the inside of the boat, you're going to find finished fiberglass, right? You're not going to find raw fiberglass that has uneven surfaces that collect dirt. You're not going to find sharp edges that can cut your fingers as you try to do maintenance. So really great fit and finish. But probably the most important benefit of Ramcap is safety. The foam blocks, they provide great structure, but they also provide foam flotation. So the boat has unsinkable construction, and that can give you great peace of mind. If the boat were to fill up with water somehow, it's not going to sink. So Ramcap gives you great structure, gives you great fit and finish, and then it gives you unsinkable construction, which is great on safety. All right, the 375 is a fishing machine. I want to point out some of the great fishability features. First off, there's no steps in the deck, right? So you can walk around the entire perimeter of the boat, no steps in the deck. You got access 360 degrees all the way around the boat. Up here in the bow, we placed a very generous amount of rod holders. There's actually 18 rod holders around the perimeter of the boat. There's 30 rod holders total on the boat. If you're into live baiting or drifting or chunking, you're going to find that you can really get a nice spread out and really appreciate the rod holders that we've provided. I want to point out these rod holders here on the forward end of the lounger. So these ones here are great if you have a trolling spread out and you want to clear the perimeter of the boat. We have 6 rod holders up forward where you can put them here and they're out of the way and still work a fish around the boat. So at Everglades, we know fishability is important, and 375 is a fishing machine. All right, we're at the bow of the boat. I'd like to show you some features up here. One thing I really like is in this configuration, you can walk all the way up to your anchor windlass, and you're very secure. You're not standing on top of a platform or anything. This is our anchor locker. It's a molded hatch, has a gas shock in it, has a standard beautiful windlass, 22-pound plow anchor, 300 feet of 5/8 line with 15 feet of chain. We also provide a anchor windlass wrench, and we have a button here to use your windlass from this area, and of course an anchor lanyard. Now, as we get to the helm, we'll talk about digital switching, but you can control the windlass from the helm, which is really nice. One other feature I'd like to point out is we have a rinse down plug right up here in the anchor locker. So if you pull your anchor in and it's full of dirt and debris, you can hose it off real easy without getting your boat nice and dirty. All right, so the bow of the boat's a very versatile area. It can be configured for really great fishing. It's also very comfortable. So right now we have some cushions in here, some great bow seating. You can see we have these release marine teak backrests that are removable. Outboard, we have a storage area, which is great. There's a couple cup holders, a little area for your phone. Of course, there's a cell phone charger. Underneath the seat, there's a cooler. It's really great to have a cooler up here in the bow. This is a social zone where a lot of people like to hang out, so we like to have a beverage cooler up here. I also want to show you these paddle latches. These paddle latches are really nice because you can access them without having to remove the cooler. They're also hidden, so nothing's going to get caught on them. Of course, around the entire perimeter of the boat, we have comfortable bolsters. And then up in the bow, we have recessed bow rails that you're really going to like. As you're moving around the boat, there's always a secure handhold. On the port side, under the seat, we also have some great dry storage. You can see right now the side door ladder is stored in here. And you probably can't see it, but the table base has a dedicated storage area under here. There's another outboard storage area with cup holders and cell phone charger. And then we're going to show you that there's some versatility in this forward area. We have a table, a casting platform, and also a filler cushion. So this area here is shown with the table, and it's very easy just to add this table right in. It mounts on the bulkhead forward, and the table base stores right under the seat. So pretty quickly we can configure the bow with a table, which is a great area to hang out and have a meal. All right, this table can also be configured in a sun pad area. The table drops down, a cushion is installed, and gives you a great sun pad area up in the bow, which everybody loves to lay out and soak up some sun. Okay, this is our forward fish box, 55-gallon insulated box. It's drained with a macerator pump that discharges directly overboard. Due to our construction with all the foam around, it does a great job holding ice. It's really large. It's great for fishing. It's also great for storage. On the forward end of the console, we've designed in a really comfortable lounger. This is a great seat. There's enough room for 2 people. You can put your legs out forward. The height is just perfect. It's high enough that you got great sight lines, but it's low enough that you still feel secure. It's one of the best seats in the house while you're cruising out in the ocean. On each side, we have a really nice high gloss teak accent. This is an option. There's a standard, very secure handhold, a cup holder that's large enough to fit a large Yeti cup. Of course, there's armrests, drink holders, and there's even a nice step here to get on and off the lounger. One really nice feature is there's 6 dedicated fender pins around the perimeter of the boat. I love these because really quickly you can install your fenders, and then you experienced boaters know this. If you're approaching a dock and then you have to go port instead of starboard and starboard instead of port, it's very easy just to pop them out and stick them on the other side. Also leaves your cleats free to use dock lines, so I love the fender pins. I also want to point out this recessed grab rail that goes around the perimeter of the boat. Really secure, very nice, powder coated, blends right in. There are 6 stainless steel 10-inch pop-up cleats. Okay, we're up here in the bow. I'd like to point out these electric reel plugs. We have 4 of them on the boat, 2 of them forward, 2 of them aft. They're really spread out. If you do much deep dropping, you'll really appreciate this boat has enough length where you can spread them out and you have the guys up on the bow fishing and the guys in the back fishing. This is our subwoofer, JL audio. We have a really premium audio system on the boat. I'd also like to point out some of the details that Everglades goes to. All of the rod holders and cup holders are drained, and you can see this impact drain here. This is the drain for the forward fish box. And then we have indirect lighting. Here's another impact drain here. So we go through great lengths to drain every area. All right, port and starboard in the gunnel boxes, we got some great lockable rod storage. This is a really nice box, port and starboard. There's rod racks for 4 rods, and again, it's lockable. On the port side, we've also put some rope hooks in to keep your dock lines nice and organized. Really nice feature if you want to leave some rods on the boat and lock them up. I'd like to point out one feature around the perimeter of the hardtop. There's a convenient handhold access that is great for walking around the boat, boarding the boat when you're standing on the gunnel. It's a great place to grab. This feature also is water management, and it channels the water aft away from the sides of the hardtop. It's really good. Also want to point out while we're here, we took the time to recess in the running lights and locate them on the hardtop. It's a nice execution. Part of the fishing package option are Gemlux 18-foot carbon fiber collapsible outriggers that come with their bases, which can adjust the outriggers up and down and also port to starboard from while you're standing in the cockpit here. The outriggers also come with double rigger rigging kits and quick cam cleats. I just want to point out one nice feature that the design team did a great job on is the speakers in the deck are recessed. You can see it's dedicated area for these JL audio speakers. Gives you a little extra space as a recess into the deck. It's great execution. One of the really innovative features from Everglades boats, it's a patented feature, is our sliding windshield. I love this feature. Right now it's in the down position, and as you can see, you can communicate really well with the people up in the bow without having to yell. That's very helpful when you're docking or when you're anchoring up. Allows a lot of great breeze as you're running the boat. Also at night, if there's any glare, it's very easy to drop it down and get the windshield out of the way. But if you want a little more weather protection, the press of a button, you can put it up. You can stop it anywhere you want to regulate the airflow. It's a really great feature. It's patented by Everglades. All right, on the top of the console, there's a really nice storage area, chuck space, and we've included 2 inductive cell phone chargers, which are really convenient. There's also a centerline Helm compass. The design team at Everglades did an amazing job with the Helm. First, to point off, centerline Helm. So centerline Helm gives you great visibility and great control of the vessel, so I love that. This particular hull is equipped with 22-inch screens. These are the Garmin 92 series, which are really great. They have the BlueNet capabilities. There's also an option for 92-19 screens, 2 of those. You can see the dash is very clean. It's not cluttered with a bunch of switches, and that's due to our digital switching. There's a lot to see here. I'd really like to show you our digital switching. Everglades partnered with Garmin to execute a really nice system. It uses the Empire bus modules, and basically through the MFDs you can control all the systems and lights of the vessel. Now, one thing that's unique about Everglades is that we provide redundant controls. So I'll show you the controls you can use through the MFDs, but let me point out, there's also these tactile switches down below. You see you have your horn, your windshield, your helm lights, and then we have more tactile switches up high in the hardtop. So you can access all of the functions either through the digital switching or these tactile switches. All right, we're here on the Helm page of our digital switching. You'll see there's an image of the vessel and lots of different controls. What's kind of neat is if you press one of the buttons, like this is our helm light, an indicator comes on the icon, so you can see if it's on. So you can turn off lights, turn on your nav lights, and you can see if they're on. Really nice. You can work your bilge pumps, the windshield, the windlass. There's also different pages. If we go to our lights page, one really cool feature is you can not only turn on lights, but you can vary their intensity just with the slide of a finger. Really nice. The interior of the vessel, you can control the HVAC system. There's also a fishing page where you can monitor and turn on your bait well pumps. You can operate your macerator pumps and your spreader lights. You can also deploy the cockpit shade just with the touch of a button. This is the Helm Master EX binnacle. It's a really nice binnacle. Yamaha did a wonderful job. My favorite feature is the cruise control, and these buttons right here. You can adjust the RPM of the engines at the touch of a button. Really nice. Of course, you can do single lever, and you have your start stop on here. All right, this is the Yamaha Helm Master EX joystick. It's a really great joystick. Does a great job. Gives you great control of the boat. The stay point function holds the boat position and heading, which is really nice. You can control the boat, go sideways. You can go forward and back, and also rotate. This really helps in a tight situation and ease of docking. It's a great feature and a great help. This controller here is our trim tab controller. These are zip wake interceptor style trim tabs. They're vertical style trim tabs. What's great about these is that they're very fast and that they have auto pitch and auto roll features. With the turn of a knob or the roll of this knob here, you can very quickly actuate the trim tabs and give you really nice control of the boat. Hull number 1 selected the electrical convenience package, which comes with air conditioning for the cabin, the helm area, and also the mezzanine seat. These are the air conditioning vents at the helm area. They're adjustable. You can rotate them and also open and close them. Another option that's really nice is this carbon fiber Edison steering wheel with the knob. These are the tactile switches that control the horn and the windshield wiper. And these are also able to be controlled through the digital switching, but these switches here give you really quick access. This is the Yamaha autopilot control unit here. You have additional start stops for Yamaha down below. To the port side of the helm is our Garmin VHF radio. It's a little storage space here. And we have this really nice high gloss teak accent. 2 more cup holders. There's secure handholds, port and starboard. And there's a storage drawer on the port side, which is great for people's wallets and keys. Another thing to note about the helm area is this really nice handhold. It's very secure, lots of room. You really appreciate it as you're jumping waves. All right, on the port side up on the hardtop, we have our Fisher Panda generator. This has an 8 kW generator on it. This display, you can turn the generator on and off and see any codes. This is the Garmin VHF speaker. These are the tactile switches, which I mentioned. These operate redundant control for the digital switching system at the touch of a button. In the center, you have your Yamaha CL5 that controls your engines. And we have our Fusion head unit here, and this is the Fireboy fire system. There's two different helm seat configurations. This hull has the upgraded teak Release Marine helm seats. There's 3 of them. They have actuated bolsters, they have actuated armrests, and then all 3 of them have sliders, which are great, so you can adjust them to your ergonomic desire. All right, hull 1 has the electrical convenience package, which has air conditioning in the cabin, at the helm, and also in the mezzanine area. At the helm seats here, there's air conditioning plenums that blow at the back of the seats. Really nice to get that nice cool air on your lower back. It also makes heat if you are operating in a colder climate. All right, if you like to stand up and drive, you're really gonna appreciate this anti-fatigue mat. This is standard, and it's a great feature for you. All right, this boat has minimal bow rise. It has great visibility coming up on plane, but if you want a little extra height, we have this fold down step, which you can stand on when you operate the boat. Gives you a little extra height and improves your visibility. All right, port side of the mezzanine, there's also tackle storage, some open space with a net in it, and there's some tool storage on the door. We also have another hose reel, this one for the raw water. All right, on the starboard side of the mezzanine, we have some great tackle storage. There's 3 Plano boxes. You also have your air conditioning and freezer plate controls. I'd like to point out this freshwater hose reel. It's really convenient. It's long enough to go all the way to the front of the boat. It's always at the ready. This is the starboard side, has the freshwater, and the port side has the raw water. Moving aft, there's a very secure handhold. And you got these really beefy hardtop supports with some more handholds. All right, tooled into the aft end of the hardtop is a stainless steel, electrically actuated hardtop shade. This shade's really nice, it's very robust, and it provides great cockpit coverage. Okay, there's 2 options in this area of the 375. This hull 1 has the mezzanine seating. There's also a rigging station option. The rigging station option has lots of great tackle storage and is more traditional rigging station. Let me talk about some of the features on this mezzanine seat. First, you can say there's just a really comfortable, ergonomic mezzanine seat, aft facing, with a folding footrest underneath of it. Also want to point out inductive cell phone chargers, port and starboard, cup holders, and then we have the air conditioning vents at your back, which is really great. Under the seat base, we have an insulated beverage cooler, which is a great place for drinks. There's an option for a freezer plate, which allows you to cool that area without having to take up space for ice. The footrest folds to give you a little more cockpit space when you want it. Across the entire width of the cockpit, we have 2 stainless steel fold-out seats. This is really great, comfortable seating. Forget the bean bags. You can put these out, and it's a great place to sit. You can put 4 or 5 people across. And then when you want to have the cockpit ready for fishing, they quickly fold back up. I also want to point out that the backrests articulate. They go up as you fold the seat out, and that helps the ergonomics of the seat. It's a really nice touch. Okay, port and starboard in the cockpit, we have in-deck insulated fish boxes. These are 30-gallon boxes with dedicated lids with a tooled-in drainage trough, and we have a cylinder on the hatch. So these boxes are right into the log foam, so they hold ice really well. They also have individual macerator pumps on each of them, and they discharge directly overboard. Great storage, great place to put your catch. Just after the fish box, I'd like to point out the cockpit drainage. There's a big stainless steel grate and oversized cockpit drainage. This boat's a very seaworthy boat and can shed water very quickly. One of my favorite features about this boat is there's dive doors molded in port and starboard. So both sides give you access to board the boat from the dock or to bring a nice fish in. Everglades does a great job with their doors. They're 2-piece doors. This is the gate. And then the door, when you open it, folds up underneath the gunnel. so it doesn't inhibit any area in the cockpit. That's really nice. You can see there's a molded in threshold, and there's an area here for the dive door ladder. All right, if you like to live bait, you're gonna love port and starboard 25-gallon insulated live wells. They're gel-coated blue, and you have a clear lid so you can monitor the status of your bait. One nice thing, and each have their own pump, and there's actually a third pump that you can use as redundancy. On centerline, we have a very large insulated fish box that also has an option for a freezer plate in it. And then I really like this rigging station here inside the fish box. So this fillet table, you can leave it right here and do some bait prep, or you can remove it and put it in a rod holder at your convenience. So a really nice touch there. All right, we have great access to the bilge. Here's our bilge hatch in the cockpit. It's a very large hatch. Okay, one nice feature that you'll notice right off the bat is the full A-surface liner around the entire bilge. So everywhere you look inside of this bilge, you're gonna see finished fiberglass, right? No raw fiberglass that's gonna get dirty, no sharp edges to cut your fingers. There's a step here, which helps you get in and out. Port and starboard are your engine start batteries. The Fisher Panda 8 kW generator, just forward of the generator in a recessed sump area, are two high-capacity bilge pumps. Outboard of the bilge pumps are the Airmar transducers. This is the B175 high-wide and the B175 low transducer. And you'll notice outboard, you have great access to all the valves. If you need to close a seacock valve, you can see you can reach them very easily. I also want to point out that everything's labeled. You see this label right here? This is a liner drain. So even if you're not familiar with all the mechanicals of the boat, you can come down here and read the labels and see what is what. I also want to point out we have double hose clamps, and then on the end of the hose clamps are these red covers. We call those chiclets. That's a real nice touch that helps protect the sharp edge of the hose clamp. Okay, we're at the very aft end of the boat. A lot of great features here. Pull-out shower. There are 6 recessed rod holders, which are great for rod storage. I'm standing on the motor well area. It's a motor well, but it doesn't have a deep well. It's a flush area. Lots of non-skid, great area to walk around. On the starboard side, there's a pull-out ladder. That's your reboarding ladder that you can pull out and reboard from the water. There's a nice handhold over there. This particular hull is powered with triple Yamaha 350 horsepower engines. We got some great performance out of it. Top speed in the upper 50s and cruising around 45 miles an hour. We got a great range, over 400 miles, which is wonderful. Other Yamaha engine packages that are available on the 375, you can do triple 300 Yamahas. For twins, twin 450 Yamaha XTO engines. It's also available with Mercury power. So you can power this boat with triple 400 Mercury V10 engines. All those power packages give you great performance and great range. All right, to access the second station, it's on centerline, which is really nice. So once you come up the ladder and you open up our hatch, you're already inside the cage of the second station. That's very safe and secure. Same thing coming down. Some of the other boats out on the market, you have to come around the side, and it's just not quite as safe and secure. So we really like the centerline access to the second station. Up in the hardtop, we have molded in JL speakers. There's actually 4 speakers in the hardtop, 2 aft, 2 forward, the spreader lights, and lots of overhead lights. All right, one of the most exciting places to run the boat from is the second station. I love being up here. You have great visibility. It's just really exciting to be up here. This is an all-new second station. We have a centerline helm. You can see it's got some really exciting and sporty black highlights on both the helm pod and the buggy top over helm. This is the carbon fiber Edison steering wheel. This is an adjustable steering helm. Of course, you can control everything from the upper station that you can control down below. Here we have the Yamaha Helmmaster binnacle. This is the Yamaha Helmmaster EX joystick. These are your zip wake trim tab controls. This is your fire system monitor. We have the tactile switches. And of course, the digital switching is available through this Garmin 92 series 9219. Yamaha CL5 display allows you to monitor all of your engines. Autopilot display and engine start stops. This is the area here where you can separate the frame of the second station to quickly fold it up and fold it down. All right, so one of the biggest changes from the older 365 with the new 375 is a finished interior. We have U-shaped seating, and forward there's actuated backrests that go up and down. And if you option for the electrical convenience package, we have air conditioning. On the port side, we have a flat screen TV on top of a cabinet. And in the cabinet, we have our main distribution panel. If you choose the interior high gloss teak table, that has dedicated storage inside that storage bin. One of the coolest features inside the cabin area of this size boat is we have an enclosed head. So there's an enclosed head with a sliding head door. It has a sink and a shower and a head. Aft, there's a mirrored access panel that gives you access to the back of your Garmin's, and you can really see the beautiful electrical work that this boat is built with. On the aft side of the cabin, above, there is a vanity cabinet with some great storage in it. There's a microwave, a solid surface, and also some storage drawers down below. Also, there's a pull-out slider where the bunk converts to a full sleeping bunk. So this gives you the opportunity to have finished accommodations with a full bunk and an enclosed head. Really great feature for this size boat. All right, I want to thank you for watching our video. We covered some great features, a lot of innovative things on this boat. I really love this boat. We couldn't cover everything, there's just too much here. But the best thing about it is the ride. And I can't describe that to you, you just have to experience it for yourself. We've done lots of offshore tests through validation of this new model, and this boat's really impressive on its ride. Cuts through the waves beautifully, lands real soft, directs the spray, maneuverability is outstanding. The only way you can experience that is just call your local Everglades dealer. I encourage you to go on our website, evergladesboats.com, check out the Build-A-Boat feature, check out the specs. We have all the performance charts on there. And please follow us on social media at Everglades Boats. Thank you.